Hey everyone, NFT Bro or Josh here, and we are back with This Week in NFT News. I've got 10 updates for you this week, starting with a rumour that you may have seen on Twitter. Amazon is reportedly launching a NFT marketplace. So what we seem to know is that it's going to launch on the 24th of April. There's going to be 15 different NFT collections in to begin with, and to begin with it will just be available for US-based customers and then will roll out internationally. I saw a tweet and someone said that Amazon have 310 million active users, and even if 1% of those ended up in the NFT space, that's huge for the space overall, which it would be. I guess this could have a bit of hype like the Coinbase marketplace and just kind of fizzle out to nothing, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see there. I missed this one last week, but Uniswap has launched a mobile wallet. You can swap tokens, you can get notified when transactions are complete, even if it's not one that you've done on your mobile. You can use it to connect to apps with Wallet Connect, but the unfortunate thing here is they've been waiting on Apple approval for the App Store for ages, and Apple still haven't approved it, so they have released it in test flight, which is kind of like what developers use for beta and alpha releases of apps, and that can only have 10,000 users in it, so it's probably full now at this point, but at least some people will be able to get to have a play with that. Owls WTF had a big week this week. It's an ASCII collection of owls. They hit 0.45 floor price at one stage, and they've done 12,000 ETH in trading volume, which is pretty big. Looks like the hype's kind of ended with that one, and the floor price is now down to about 0.07 ETH, but probably some people made a bit of money on that one. FIFA World Cup AI League has just finished its first week of beta testing. This is a closed one at this stage. It was up to 1,000 users and Android only, so unfortunately I don't have an Android device. Did consider buying them. I think quite a few people have bought Android devices just to give this a test. The feedback that I've seen on Twitter is that it's awesome, and people were playing it for a lot longer than they expected to be playing. Some people said that the AI seems like 5-year-old and pretty dumb, and they're all just clustering together like a kid's football game, and the responses from the team were, well, yeah, this is kind of the case. The AI is learning and in the 5-year-old state at the moment. The public beta for this is coming soon, so excited to give this one a test when it's available on the Apple App Store. ERC 4337 is an Ethereum standard that was introduced and is now live on mainnet. Seems like this will be pretty good overall with user experience and safety. There's now going to be more normal ways of recovering accounts if you lose them. There's going to be two-factor authentication. You can also bundle transactions together to save on gas. There's also sponsored transactions, so a company could be like, well, if you're interacting with our NFTs or our game or whatever, any of those transactions will pay the gas for, so you don't have to pay gas, which would be pretty cool. And there's a few other things in there as well, but yeah, a step in the right direction for sure. Professor Jenny Bryan has been researching and discovered void pools in Illyria. What does this mean? Not 100% sure, but apparently void pools will wreak havoc on Illyria, so we need to help out and stop this from happening. So when one of these void pools open up, you can use 643,680 ASTO energy in a canister, and that gets thrown into the void pool, and that will help neutralize this void pool. You can only do it in one transaction at a time, and it'll only need a certain amount of ASTO energy per void pool. But once you've done this, you'll receive a ASTO USDC liquidity providing token, which you can then stake and earn more ASTO energy. It seems like calls for help will just go live on Twitter, so make sure you're following Professor Jenny Bryan. FuturePass is live, so this is the Futureverse identity. So if you go into the underground and connect your wallet, you can make a FuturePass. Currently, that's about all you can do. If you sacrifice some seekers, you can once you make a pass, in the amulet section, an amulet will appear after about 5 to 10 minutes. So there'll be more features rolling out soon for that. So just touching on the gods and goblins, the seeker sacrifice, that has ended now. So if you have sacrificed seekers, make sure you go and create a future pass so that you can get your amulets. There's no marketplace on the Root network just yet, and you can't bridge them across to the Ethereum network just yet. So this will happen in future. The Gods and Goblins website has also been updated with some more lore, so go and check that out too if you haven't. Aaron McDonald shared a snip of what he called Midjourney for music, and he said that this is one of 5 AI creator tools that they are working on. Apparently this tool will aid producers, and they're building it alongside producers to make sure that it's done in a right and respectful way. Coinbase has announced Wallet as a Service, so this means that any brand can use the API on their website and help anyone create a wallet. So all that the user would need is a username and password, and then they will have a wallet which they could access. If any of you did the FIFA World Cup up prediction game. So for that, you created an account, and in the background you actually got a Root Network wallet, and then any predictions that you're doing were on the Root Network, but people don't need to know about that. So Crypto Airy interviewed Aaron McDonald on all things Futureverse and Ripple, or XRP, so make sure you check that one out on YouTube. I found that one quite interesting. I'm sure most of you in the space will have seen the Silvergate Bank collapse and what that did to the markets over the weekend. Guess we'll know more about this come Monday in US time. But anyway, that's all I've got this week. Make sure you are following or subscribing and liking, and we will see you next time.